Hello everyone, this is John for PokerVIP.com, and in this video we're continuing on with the epic 24-part series over on TonyBet, where we're basically just grinding it out, playing all the stakes, getting involved. We're just trying to make as much money as possible. So I will launch straight into it. Top left 25NL, top right 5NL, and then the bottom two tables are also 5NL. I'm also on a couple of waiting lists, including a 51 game, 100NL. And I really hope I get a seat in there for this video, but if not, we will be doing that in future videos. I'm going to start playing a little bit higher, get some 51, 1, 2, possibly some 2, 5 in there as well. But we're just, for now, going to go ahead and grind on and make some money. Ace 5, pretty easy to defend. We can also 3-bet it, depending on how this guy plays. I think when we pick up a draw on a turn like this, we can just go for like an overbet. Once he checks out flop, he's going to have a pretty weak range. He's not going to be like, very strong. At best here he's going to have like a 9 with a diamond, but I think he even bets those on the flop, so I'm going to now try and make him fold like his 6s, maybe some pocket pairs he checked on the flop. And because we have the no blocker, we'll go for an overbet bluff here. Good to balance as well. We can definitely do that with value hands if we believe someone's going to go ahead and make a call. Aces, I go ahead and squeeze top right, and we just go ahead and see about this flop against 2. Neither of them have much money, so really no need to really think about anything here. I guess we could bet slightly smaller, but this will generally be the best way to go about it. Pretty terrible turn card there for us. But just looking at the stacks, pot size, and this guy only having 22, and it being such a wet board, people will have lots of combos here. I think we just go for the slight overbet all in for protection and value. Get called by the little guy who had 22 cents left, and he's dead to a 9, 10, or jack. He misses the first one. And the second. So that's a good way to start the video, winning an all-in. Shame there was not much money sitting around in his stack, but certainly not to be sniffed at. I'm going to go ahead and raise blind versus blind on the bottom right, and again here we're just going to go for the 4x. Raisy daisy with the queens. Also as well guys, TonyBet will be part of the online poker league. If you don't know about the online poker league, 10 major poker rooms, tournaments every single night, free to enter the league, where there's about $15,000 added, and $5 entry for all tournaments, which have anywhere between $250 and $500 added. So make sure you check out onlinepokerleague.com for that. Queen 3, I just bet. I think Raven is going to go for a jam because I don't think he's ever folding a jack. And I don't want him to go ahead and check back a jack either. He actually called me with the ace 4, so that's nice. So that's definitely one of those hands that would check back if we check to him. So no need to go for a trap there, just a straight up go, go, go. Was that the guy? He limp called with ace 4 and just thought, you know what, I've made a pair, let's go. So I admire him. 7-3 I opened, I'm going to go ahead and c-bet my flush draw. Jack, queen, I went with a c-bet into 2 opponents. We can definitely check give up in spots like this on the flop, but certainly on the turn we're going to go ahead and fold. Really hope I get on the 100NL table. It's just on my second monitor, so I'm watching it, and only one person has a full stack. The rest have got like 90 euros, so it looks very juicy. It looks like a pretty easy game, so it would be awesome to get that in there. King 8 versus Jack 9 there. Obviously, I love Tony. And Goan Dag is 2 regs, both Poker VIP users. I actually had the pleasure to speak to Goed through the week. Really nice guy. Here, I mean, we have queens, so that can be pretty much the full story, but also, 100 big blinds. He's 3-bet the button. He knows I'm a coach. He thinks I could be doing this light. Lots of reasons to go ahead and just 4-bet and not ever fold this pre-flop for 100 big blinds. And in the money goes. And yep, we get it in as an 80% favourite. Looks like we're going to lose the first run though. Luckily he's got to run it twice on as well. Oh wow, well that's how you do it. Damn. that's nice. I'll give him the nice hand. So we had 2 outs on 2 runs and hit them both times. 1 out on each run. Lovely. That is not easy to do. So I love Tony. Definitely one of the lucky guys out there. I don't think I've ever done that. I don't think I've got it in. Like, as 20% and run both runs, and he says oops, which is fair. It's a good time to write oops. Good job that was the 5-0 table and not the 100-0. I can laugh that one off. Big pot going on top left here. Just guy pots it and the guy's like, yeah, I'm all in. Whatever. Big thing here by Magamo. Yeah, I mean, it really is one of those sites where you just have no idea what people are doing or what they're thinking in spots like this. You know, he just pots it and now the guy just goes all in and then the potter guy is now deep in the tank. I don't know what you'd be taking this sort of decision with. Anyways, bottom left, we're going to go ahead and raise. If he folds, that is a win. He goes ahead and calls him. We flop a gut shot, which we're going to go ahead and bet. He's going to have lots of, jack queens, jack tens, 9-10s that are going to fold there. He's not just going to be like low card heavy. Wow, there is so much action going on. Like, there is just all-ins everywhere. Very fun. I like being a part of these games. Lobby looks pretty busy today. Even some people sat in at 5-10. Maybe we finish off the series with a 5-10 session. That could be quite fun. Go Ahead seems to be either playing too many tables or with a bad connection today. He never normally takes time. Gonna go ahead and pot it with the 10s. And we have a really good spot on this bottom left table. This at Pildaz guy just seems like, one of those really bad players. So we're going to be able to just ISO him all day long and get lots of eye from him. 10s here. I'm going to start with a bet. And ace queen. Okay, I'm going to re-ISO here and basically just not fold to go ahead pre-flop. He knows I re-ISO very wide, and I think he'll jam over this a lot or go for a 4-bet a lot. Either way, I'll call or I'll ship on him. He actually snap folds, so I take that back. But essentially, when I have a hand as strong as ace queen in a spot where there are dynamics, I should just go for it. 9-10 on this kind of board, I'm going to go ahead and check. And check again. And hit the straight on the river. Should be the best hand. Going to just go ahead and bet it around 2/3 of the pot. And if I get raised, I will think, what? And then make a decision. But they both just go and fold, so. No decision required. Ace queen here versus jacks. Oh, God. Jacks get there on the river. Jacks are lucky today. Ace jack here, we raise, second pair, top kicker. We could bet because the bad turns are clubs and queens, but we can also check here. And I'm just going to basically use this hand as a bluff catcher. Check king 4. Not too sure I like his defend with king 4 off there. I'm thinking a seat might be coming available on the 100 now game. I'm first on the waiting list, and a guy has been sat out for about half an orbit, so hopefully he gets booted and I get in. Excuse me. Ace 10 here, we're going to fold, as we are with all other hands that we have been dealt in this orbit. Queen 5 is too loose on the button. Jack 8 is borderline, but against these two guys, it's going to be a fold. Sved just always seems to call. I love Tony 3-bets a lot. So I can just go ahead and get out of the way of that one. Sevens here, pretty interesting spot. Versus this weak player. I think it's going to be a fold though. Weak player has generally been limping, so when he raises, maybe he's like at a super strong range and goes ahead and goes for the 4-bet. We have just over 100 big blinds, so we're not that deep to just go ahead and call and set mine and hope nobody raises behind. So I think the fold is probably the safest play there. 5-6, I open under the gun, 5-handed, which is fine. And I'm going to go ahead and fold to this lead. I would have probably floated if one of those cards was a heart, because I've obviously got the backdoor straight as well there, but with a straight up bottom pair, nothing to hope for, we should be folding. Jack 10, raisey daisy. Top left table, guys. Draw your eyes to that. There was one something in the middle, and he just rips in €9. Another player just wanting to go broke fast. That is simply all that is. Which happens a lot on this site, as we've seen. (9-5). We're going to go ahead and check versus a limp and a small blind. 3-4, not a hand we're going to defend with. And the 9-5 I'm always just done in these spots. Maybe a leak on my part. Good 3-bet, 5-bet spot here with the ace-4 suited. I think we can just go ahead and bet here on both tables and raise the ace-3. Terrible turn card for us there with the 10. We wanted any sort of like king, ace, 4, heart. And another terrible river for us there as well. We might win. He might have ace-queen or ace-king sometimes. Oh, yeah, check queens. That is one way to play it. I'm going to just barrel my flush draw there. And the ace might just go check and use that hand as a bluff catcher as well. I'm going to check again, see if we can trap him. And here where we flop the top pair in a straight flush draw, we just get a lead. Hopefully the river just comes a nice brick for us. Kind of a brick. Hopefully he's got a 6. Nope. Damn, the guy just sat in on the 100L table. That was a real sweat. That was a real sweat. Going to go ahead for a very loose 3-bet here with the ace-9. But go ahead, maybe he isn't concentrating today. He's folded to me a lot. We're in position. We have an ace. That seems nice. But sadly we get 4-bet anyway. So we're going to be out of there. Queen deuce versus 7s. I love Tony getting it done. I love Tony just kills it every day. Just crushes, and crushes. So does Goed. I'm not picking on him because he's a soft spot, that's for sure. Just trying to use, dynamics. Apply pressure if I do think somebody's like busy and focusing on higher stakes tables, because he is on the 100L games as well. And we can definitely take advantage there. So you bet the ace-4. I expect this to get through a lot. And the 10s the 8s I'm just going to go ahead and peel. Get a really bad flop there. But it will be a clear check call. Go lead my flush. I'll call the 8s. And turn will be a call as well. Get raised here. And we're just going to basically fast play it. Not that confident about our hand, in the sense of we only have a 6-high flush, but we can definitely be getting this in versus 2 pairs sets and pairs and draws, so we're just going to go with it and hope he doesn't turn over a flush, which is nice, but sadly we had dead on the turn. People do overplay a lot on this site, so that's fair. I love Tony bombing again here. I think I might have to make this call. He's repping a queen or better, which is always possible. It's always possible. But I think we've got to go ahead and just make that call. And sadly, he's got kings. Nice hand, Tony. Jacks, I 3-bet. Same sort of thing I was speaking about before. Obviously, just dynamics. You know, if I'm going to be 3-betting my bluffs, I should be 3-betting, you know, my stronger range as well. And again, I won't be folding this versus him. I might just see him rip it here. God, I called it. Called it. He's basically got tens, ace, king, or ace, queen. It's as simple as that. Yeah. Hold it. Hold it. Damn you. Got Barry G'd. Oh god, we are not running good today at all. Wow. What is going on today, guys? I did see someone say like I run really good in one of the last videos. Well, the poker god's making up today. Interesting sizing here. I think we call again because the king might be live. Might even have the best and best and like 10 jack of spades, 8 10 of spades. And we're going to fold. So yeah, we are really not running well today at all. Ace 8 there wins. Sved is just, you know, he's obviously the whale. He is not playing well today. But yeah, good job we're losing on the 5 and L games. That is for sure. Running it twice, whatever. Just not going my way. It is nice how kind of like face up a lot of people play. You know, it's very easy to put people on ranges. It's very easy to make the correct decisions. It's very easy to like control what they do. Just gotta hold, or get there, or something. Ace 7 here. We face a 4x under the gun open and a defend on the button. I'm going to opt to fold. Sveda says sorry. That's okay, buddy. I only had the 6-3 of spades. What can you do? If you do like what you see, sign up to TonyBet. Up to 80% rake back per week, plus the Poker VIP race, plus a nice 2k deposit bonus, and a load of cool other stuff. The link is by the side of the video or beneath in the description. Queen 9 into the bin. Hold up, guys. I have just found... Oh, whoa, okay. That was interesting. My connection just decided to go there for a second, but looks like we're all fine. And we're going to exit this bottom left table because a new 100L table just started. And I think you guys want to see as high stakes as possible, right? So we'll get in there. Ace 9 I peeled. And versus a pot size will be a fold. So yeah, look at the stacks, guys. Look at their stacks. This is awesome. This is good news. This means they are probably not regs. And we've got a huge pot to start the day off. Micro is really happy to be putting money in here. Jack Queen, bottom left, we're going to raise. Going to check the King 7 and fold the 5-6. Is Micro just going to go for this? Going to call the King 7, but proceed with caution. Oh wow, a quick fold there by Funkzilla, who must have been on the draw. Check Queen, we're going to continue to barrel. The Ace, obviously a very good card for us. He calls again. From the way this guy plays, I'm really not too sure like how often he folds. Like an 8. He seems to be the type of guy to hold on, but we will follow through with the story. King 7 continue to call and get a really nice river card there. He did fold, which is nice. And now the story is, do we raise or do we call? I think he can definitely have some worse 2 pairs to call with. Thinking about sizing here. Thinking about sizing. I just wonder how bluffy this looks to him. Like, you know, essentially I want it to look like I missed a draw and now I'm trying to, like, bully him. So we just go for 2. And if he jams, I think we're going to have to make the call because people can definitely jam with a worse 2 pair. I've seen that mistake time and time again. And he calls pretty quick, which is good. He actually had king 6, so I was ahead all the way. Nice to get value from him with that. And guys, I got even more good news for you. Even more good news. In it comes. So anyone who's hung around and watched the whole video will be getting some 100NL action. So bottom 2 tables, 100NL. Let's go. That's what we like to see, guys. That is what we like to see. King 7, I'm going to go ahead and defend and flop nothing. You know, the whole point of this series was to show as many stakes as possible and discuss the differences. So I'm very happy like I can get 2 100NL tables going, you know, one in the afternoon and basically discuss that. And as you can see, go-eds on there. And this is what I spoke about before. These guys are not 5NL grinders. These guys play every single stakes. They just load up every table and just consume and consume and consume. You know, they really are the ones making serious money at online poker. I was actually talking to a Poker VIP member the other day who basically said, listen, I'm quitting poker, I'm fed up. And I was like, so what are you doing? He's like, I'm 9-tabling on this site. And I'm just like, well, it's not a good idea. Why don't you try 4 or 6 tabling on a site like TonyBet? And he was like, well, okay. You know, and it's just like, bring it back, get back to all the basics again, and go, go, go. And I guarantee once he loads it up, he will just be sat there making lots of money, very happy. Loose defend with the 4-8 suited, but I'm definitely happy to be in a pot with this D-Grand guy. And I'm very interested to see what happens on this bottom left table. Go ahead 3-bet pre and then checked. I'm going to imagine he's got a hand like jacks, queens, or kings. Interesting that he bets the river with that hand though. Just waiting for the big blind on that bottom left table. The 4-8 we're going to fold. I don't know why these guys haven't picked up that there's another 100NL table running yet. Obviously seating scripts are not allowed and I definitely don't condone them. But if you are grinding this site, you should have the lobby open on another monitor all day, every day, and just be sitting, especially in games which look as good as that one. Got the auto rebuy ticked, by the way, guys. All you have to do is do it here. Then your options, you can get all the sit outs and straddles and whatnot. And we will be doing a straddle special. Go Ahead has gone for the 3-bet. I'm just not going to fold jacks versus him, like ever. Could definitely be bad, but you know, jacks is a pretty strong hand in, you know, 6 max, no limit hold'em. And somebody who 3-bets the button and knows you pretty well, and knows you have 4-bet a lot with bluffs in videos, he's probably going to get it in lighter. I hope he doesn't 5-bet me to like 12 or something, because it's still got to go in. Just shove and I'll call him. Let's run it. See if we can win an all-in today. Nope, he folds. Interesting. It does amaze me that a lot of my 4-bets get through still, because I've definitely shown up with some serious 4-bet bluffs throughout this 10-part series. Well, 24-part series, but the 10 parts we've ran so far. Not too sure what happened on the bottom right table there. Saw something happen. Maybe I checked down or something. A2 go for a pretty obvious 3-bet bluff there. Steal, should I say. Gonna obviously be having to do that when you play short-handed a lot more frequently. Ace Jack, I C-bet. Interesting turn card there. I'm going to check, and then I'm probably going to call a lot of rivers that brick. That's not one of them. Guess I have to call this size, just in case randomly shows up with like 5-6 or something. 4, okay. 8, I'm now going to bet. We can definitely get called by worse. And river's going to be a pretty easy check. Interesting that he now bets. Okay. I guess we've got to believe him on this occasion. But that hand was a little suspect. Call the ace-8 suited, flop the nut flush draw. Oh, okay. I think TonyBet might be having some issues there. Gonna go for the over the draw again. It says the same play with the IP, but obviously it's just me playing here. I don't know any of these guys. They are certainly not sat in the same house as me. Pretty easy call versus the 3-bet low in position with a hand like Queen's unsuited, and flop's going to be a pretty easy call as well. We have the immediate gut shot, and we have the backdoor flush draw, and he's actually giving us a good price here. And I did notice Micro did half pot in previous, so that would be great if the turn's a club and he half pots again. $17 something. Oh, big pot on the left-hand table. Not flush there for Giallo. 17? Yeah, we like this guy. We're getting such a good price here in position with... I want to see the Jack of Hearts, I think. I think the Jack of Hearts is a good card. Yes, that sucks. That sucks indeed. Okay, interesting that he checks. The spades missing is not ideal. The spades missing is not ideal at all, because obviously this now just looks a lot more bluffy. I can definitely have the ace X of spades. I block king queen. So it's like, is he just been like betting like ace ten of spades and now check the river to induce a bluff? Has he got something stronger and is inducing a bluff? Or has he just got a hand that he's been barreling, such as like 10 jack of spades, queen jack of spades, and didn't get there? I think ultimately we just have to go for it here. It's a pot size bet as well, so it makes it more inclined to fold. You know, he just checks so quick that it's kind of like, you know, waving the white flag, and he can definitely have hands that beat me that still check, that were bluffing, you know. So I think we just got to go for it. And it worked. Aces, baby, bottom left. Unreal jam. Unreal jam, go on, dude. Get it in there. Nope, he just calls, that's fine. Squeeze some gamer would be nice. Ace 8, I'm going to go for a check line. Going to go ahead and bet my aces. Going to go with a call with the ace 8. I mean, I could just check. I could just check rip, but I think I'm just going to call and then get it in on like most turns. Terrible turn card for us here with the queen of diamonds, but versus this guy's stack size compared to the pot. And the fact he seems to just be playing a lot of hands, which are not necessarily premiums. I think we can just go ahead and shovel it in and expect to get called by worse. I'm going to bet really small here with the ace 8, and if he raises, I'll snap him off. Just want him to call for jack or a 9, basically. He actually has the worst ace, fair enough. And the aces we won with as well. 100 NL fun. 3s, min raise. Queen 8 fold. Ace deuce call. Flop a gut shot. Ace deuce, nice line here would be to call flop and raise a lot of turns. Not the greatest turn for us though to go ahead and raise. Would prefer it's like a 6, 7, 8, 9, something like that. But I think still a nice spot to do so, because we definitely don't want to call here. And folding is the other idea. But again, he's going to be c-betting king high boards a lot. Our line looks incredibly strong. We shouldn't be bluffing too often here. Ace jack I defend versus a 35 big blind stack. And going to just go ahead and check down, try and get to showdown. Or, of course, hit a 10 or an ace. Looks like I'm about to get eyeballed on the bottom left table. It does put people in a really tough spot. Very rarely you get 3-bet on this swap, by value or by bluffs. It's generally a call or a fold. We get the fold. That's nice. Guy talks a lot. And that should him up. I'll give him the English only banter. People love that banter. I like that one. Fuck yeah. He replies with a fuck off. It always gets them. If I very rarely chat. I mean, I never chat if I'm playing like normally. But when I'm like doing videos, I'll say hi or whatever to people. VIP fish. I'll let him know. I do like talking to these guys who are part of VIP on it. And there you go, part 10 coming soon. He knows which one to watch to see what I had. I guess I got him to fold a pretty strong hand. King Queen I've checked down, and that'll actually be the end of the video. So thanks for watching, guys. Come back for part 11, and good luck at the tables. This is John for PokerVIP.com.